Hello everyone, this is an early review set 75374, the Onyx Cinder. The set has 1,325 pieces and retails for $140 in the US. Now this is based off the Skeleton Crew show that is coming out, and this was actually supposed to come out back in January, so thankfully LEGO's finally releasing it. I was lucky to find this early enough at Target. They had some other sets, but this was one that I've been really wanting. And inside we will find a little container, and inside will be our sticker sheet and our instruction manual, as well as 13 numbered bags. Our first minifigure is Jod. Now, as of the recording of this video, we do not know anything about the Skeleton Crew show, so I don't know how inaccurate or accurate this is, but we'll go off what we know. We know that this is based off of a Jude Law's character, so that's exciting. And he does have some pretty great leg printing and waist printing, as well as some torso printing, and we can see that printing a little bit more if we take off his scarf. We can see that he has like a sort of Han Solo type with like a shirt and a little jacket there. I don't know. And on the back we have a little bit of back printing with that scarf there, or the inside of his shirt actually. He has a flintlock pistol that he uses as a blaster, and of course just a regular scarf there. He does have a new face print, I believe this is new, and it has a frown on this side and then a like battle face, although there are no really enemies in this set, so that's a little disappointing, but it is what it is. I think that this is probably a good figure, and I don't know how accurate and inaccurate it's going to be. Our next minifigure's name is Whim. Now he has, and again, I don't know how accurate this is, he has the midi-sized brown legs there. He has a tan torso with like a jacket there and a blue shirt under it. He has a walkie-talkie in his left hand and a blue flashlight. You'll see that all the kids in this set have different colored flashlights. He has a blue one. He has this hairpiece that we'll see used in other sets this year. He has a smile on this face. On the other side, it's a little bit more scared face, like a Frodo face whenever the ring takes him. So yeah, that looks nice there. Our next minifigure is Fern. She has a yellow flashlight this time, and same as whatever the last kid's name is, Whim, I think. She has midi-sized brown legs, well, light brown legs. She has a dark jacket with some nice printing there, little tan shirt under. She has a nice face there. She has a, like, long braid at the back. And if we lift up that hairpiece, we can see a more scared face also. Our next minifigure is KB, and I think this is obviously the technician from this. As we can see, she's like in a gray jumpsuit, and for some reason, I'm guessing this is accurate to the show, she has like yellow gloves, and they are obviously yellow because those are not the same skin tones. Otherwise, LEGO is really doing off. Although, I could see why they would do that, because the torso print, that torso print of the tan, of the skin, that is not the same color there. And I think we know that LEGO has a problem with that. But the last minifigure in this set will be sort of a highlight. But she does have a nice red flashlight, and the hairpiece is one that is definitely not new or anything special to this, and she has her visor down in this with a smile. And the other one is another smile, and you can see that the visor is raised, but the whole visor is not there. We just get a little slim of the print, because when you have the hairpiece down, you're just going to see that little bit of the print. Our last and my favorite character of this set is Neil. Now, as you can see, he has a pretty wonky head mold. He is actually the same species as Max Rebo in the Star Wars universe, and I really hope LEGO does not use the same hairpiece, because this is not Max Rebo, I can tell you that. Now, of course, Star Wars fans would probably be like, oh look, it's Max Rebo, but that is not Max Rebo. But it is a similar head print, like this elephanty thing with the long ears there, and little stubs there for his nose. And I think it is a great mold there. He's got like some printing on the top for some hair. And I think that this would probably be pretty accurate considering that they make new molds. Although sometimes when they make molds, they're not exactly the best. Phase 2 Clone Trooper. Looking at the rest of the figure though, we can see he has an orange flashlight. All the kids in this set do. And he has some nice overalls on a like somewhat tan torso, like light brown. And he has dark red small legs. And as you can see, he has short legs, and this is midi legs. All the kids have midi legs except for him. I don't know why he's shorter. Hopefully that's noticeable in the show. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna knock some points for that. But as of right now, I don't know if I can knock points for that because the show hasn't even released. Now here is the Onyx Cinder, and I have to say, I love this thing. Like, I found this early. There was a couple sets here. I didn't have enough money for all of them, so I chose this one. Like, when this set was revealed, I was so hyped for it. Like, I haven't even seen the show, and I knew that I didn't care. I just wanted this set for this ship, and I am so glad. I love this set. Looking at the front, we can see this is not where you will pilot it. It's over here. We'll take a look at that in a second. We have like this piece here. I'm assuming that's like a claw because you can spin it around. You can open it up. You can move it down. You can't move it left to right, but you can rotate it like that. And I guess you could move it a little bit to the left like that. So, yeah, it's a claw, I'm guessing. And we have a little bit of guns there. We have that. There's a little light there. We have these engines that look nice. They have a feature that we'll get to in a couple seconds. Inside all 6 of the engines, though, we have a little sticker there. I will say this set does have a pretty sizable sticker sheet, so definitely don't like that. But I gotta say, it was a little fun to put on the stickers. Although I kind of like stickers, but of course, I obviously wish they were printed because that would take a lot of hassle out, and just make them look better. Anyway, looking on, we have like these nice patterns here with like the white checkering and cloths. I'm assuming, like, of course, it's called the skeleton crew, so I'm assuming that's gonna be like the rib cage of a skeleton. I've seen something about that. I think M&R. So yeah, I gotta agree with that there. We also see that same pattern going across like the whole like frontish bit of the ship, and I gotta say that's probably where they get the skeleton part of this. And looking at the side here, we actually have a little clip that you can pull down. And zooming in on that there, we gotta pick up our minifigures. So you'll see these studs right here. That is where you can actually place the kids' lightsabers. Well, no, why do I say lightsabers? Well, it does have the lightsaber hilt. But you can actually place their flashlights. You just stick the bottom of the lightsaber hilt, flashlight, etc. And you somewhat struggle for bigger hands like me. And you just try to basically put them in there, and that's basically their storage. There are no clips in this, and I gotta say, I think this is one of the more innovative places that LEGO has improved, and it's definitely a little bit smart to do this, but like for people like me, it's a little tricky with my bigger hands, so that's definitely a flaw with that. Like, I did it, but it was a little bit tricky. That's all I gotta say. Looking on the underside of the front of the ship, we can see this little knob here that we can pull down, I think. Yeah, we can pull that down. This, I guess, in universe, this would be like a ramp, but you can't really load minifigures. I mean, you could like toss them in and they'll come into the main body that we'll take a look at in a second, but really that's a really place you could just access the bed, which again, we'll take a look at probably right now. Over on this side, we have the other way to enter the like chambers at the bottom where the rest of your minifigs besides Jod is going to sit. So, of course, that other door, that's not really ideal for putting minifigures in. So this way, you can actually lift up on this section here and lift down on that section here. And that's how you're going to access the interior of this ship. As you'll see, we have one seat back there, one seat there, one seat there, one seat there. We also have this little gold piece, and that is binoculars. Well, why did I say binoculars? That is a telescope for Jod. That's what they advertise it on the box. So, yeah. Above there, we will also see a couple clips, which you can take Jod's blaster, and you can place it in right there. And you can also take Wim's telephone, and you can put, I keep saying the wrong words, his walkie-talkie, and you can put it on that clip there. Now, I gotta say, for little kids, this might be easy, but for my big hands, this has been really a strain and a puzzler. And it's just not really too easy to put the minifigures in there. Like, the front 2 ones, like, yeah, those are the easiest. But the back ones, yeah, those are going to be the trickiest ones. Let's see, I put one in there. Let me see if I can get another one in there. Let's see, almost got him. Okay, there we go. We got 2 minifigs. And then these 2 front ones should be pretty easy there. You just put her... Oh, I said that, but then I just... Oh, yeah, she's supposed to sit down. My bad. I'll come back in a second. Okay, I got her down, but before I put Neil, there is this little section right here, which we can really access over here. We just push up on that little thing, and as you see, that popped right out. We also have this little table in here that is a printed 2x4 circular tile. It's like a little table, and that just goes in the middle there. I think I kind of ruined it. Okay, I'll put that back in a second. But anyway, we have this little bed here. It has some studs on the back where you can place Jod, and you can just load him back in there, and he could be sleeping away while his ship is piloting. Now, you can just attach that better. Yeah, there we go. But then if you want to just unload that, you just push back up on that thing and it'll come pop right back up. I have now put Jod in his seat there, and I have put Neil in there. We have everything stored away in the center part of this ship. We can close up that front hatch that you don't see, and then we can nice and easily close that. I don't think it really matters which of these you close first. Like, you can close that one first, it'll close nicely. You can close that one first, it'll close nicely, because one doesn't overlap upon the other. Like the 2019 or 2020 first order transport, you had to close the bottom one before the top one. So thankfully that is not an issue here, because that I kind of did not like that, because, you know, it's a little bit of weird. Now that we have everything closed up, we're going to take a look on the top of the ship. Looking at the top, we're going to work our way from the back to the front. Looking here, we can see a nice bit of greebling here with some, ingots and grills. We can see a 2x2 plate with a sticker. There are quite a few in the set, as I've said. You'll see there are some hinges there. We can actually pull this up, but that will just snap off, and that's actually for some of the Technic work, which, as you all probably know, this has a really killer play feature, and we'll get to that in just a second. But you're not really supposed to put that on. That's just really for angling, because as you can see, that looks quite good in my opinion. Moving to the back here, we have a little radar dish that can spin 360 degrees and is on a clip, so you can probably, that's not how it's intended, but you can move it there if you want. We have a little bubble turret, as well as some more greebling, another sticker there. We have a stud shooter there. They work, as you know, push those down, fire, boom. Over here, we have another cannon. Sorry, that's a wrong angle. We have another cannon up here, and we have some more stickers on the front here, another stud shooter, and some more greebling, and then we come back to the front there. Looking at the side, we can see the boosters, as you say, and these were built great. Like, these were probably my most frustrating parts of this. Like, it didn't take long, except it was just over and over again. Like, I just didn't like that. That was probably not the fun part of this build, you know. Anyway, I believe the last two sections would be the underside. Looking at the underside, we can see the landing gear. Those do not retract. Many sets these days don't have retractable landing gear, but they do function as they do, and not like the Millennium Falcons, which just stick out. I think these are hidden better than the Falcon and aren't as jarring as them. So, good nod to LEGO there, and I think these are great landing gear. Looking under here, we're going to take a look at the cockpit now. Underside here, we have a little turret right here that can spin around, not 360 because it gets blocked by that pillar that's holding up the landing gear, but that can swivel a little bit. Looking up here, we have some stud shooters and a tile there. We have a nice sticker there that is mimicked on the other side, and there is a little sticker for the cockpit window there. Looking at the cockpit here, we can see on the top there is a hinge there. We can pull that up. There's some nice tiles on there that makes it good. Inside, we will see a sticker on a control panel. Like, I love that it's unique, but I hate that it's a sticker, you know? Like, it's unique, that we love that, but it's a sticker. We hate that. Like, why can't LEGO introduce new prints is beyond me. Like, they created so much for the Despicable Me line, and I just don't know why. But anyway, we have a completely different sticker on the other side, which I would understand having one be printed and one stickered, but to have them both stickered, like, one stickered, that's a little too much, but two stickered, you have to have at least one print for that. But anyway, we will see a little black piece there, and that doesn't serve for much other than to have Jod sit down, and his legs go back into that. Looking at that, he does have to lay down, but he can fit nice and comfortably inside the cockpit. I suppose the last engine to talk about is the backside here. We have these tiles here that make for a nice look there, like a little bit of greebling that looks pretty nice. Have a little bit of ventilation, I guess. And at the back here, we can drop this part down, and we will find a couple of boxes. Nothing special in them. This one, I believe, has a cookie. Yes, that one has a cookie. And then this one has a little piece of fruit. So that's pretty nice. And, of course, this is not really practical. You can't really put a minifig back here. It's just a little bit of storage and a little bit of fun play for you kids. Now we have probably my favorite feature of this set. As you see, there are 6 boosters, these here and these here with a little wing on the back. We have 6 of them in total. It is mirrored on the other side. But as you probably have seen, it can do something pretty special. you can actually make the boosters all rotate in unison. As you can see, these two went up, and those two also went up. So this is it in landing position, and then when you play with it, like, you would pick it up and have it go into position. Let me show you how that works. On the top here, we have this little black lever, and that is what you use. When it's at the forward, then the engines are pointing like it's in flying position, and then as you slowly pull it backwards, then you'll see that the boosters start to move. I think that is pretty killer, but you can obviously just do it with your hands. As you'll see, the lever moves with it, and as someone pointed out, I think Ebenar again, it's kind of easier to do it with your hands, but I can understand why LEGO would put this here, because LEGO has things like that, and like it's just a little bit more of a one rigid motion thing with this, like, but like on the back you can just slowly do that, or you can just, but I think either way works perfectly fine for me. I probably will utilize the handle a little bit more, and yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have to talk about. I have to say, I am beyond happy with this set. This set just hits the mark in so many places, and yeah, the show hasn't even came out yet, and I already love this set. This set just, it improves on so many levels, and I mean, this could be one of my favorite sets of 2024. It's probably my favorite of the August wave, besides the Star Destroyer. That's still #1 for me. That is just a great set. And the Dark Falcon's a close third. But I just gotta say, like, these minifigures, I mean, they all got unique prints, and yeah, no leg printing except for Jod, but I mean, they're short legs, that's a little hard to do, so I can give LEGO a little slack for that. And they all have, at least those two have unique head prints, and he has a unique head mold. So, I mean, LEGO just knocked it out of the park with this set, and they just improved, and I gotta say, they really, like, I don't even care if this is from Skeleton Crew or not, like, I'm rating this a 9 out of 10, like, the only thing is, like, we don't even know what the ship's really supposed to look like. I mean, we can take it from this, like, it's supposed to look somewhat like this, but we don't know, like, the specifics. Like, there could be, like, only one bubble turret, and they have two. That could be something that could be knocked from it. But until then, I am absolutely in love with this set, so I'm gonna give it a 9. Just, yeah. So that's going to wrap up my review, this early review. I hope you all enjoyed, and stay tuned, because I got some exciting content coming up with the Tire Interceptor. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time.